I guess first let's discuss, what is the international signing period? How much money do the Pirates have to spend during it? Um, who are the big names to kind of look for? The way the international signing period works, just from my understanding of it, is the Pirates have had guys down there getting relationships with these kids for years now.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone pretty much knows who they're going to sign with and how much they're signing for. We're just waiting until the actual date that they can do that. So let's just kind of do a quick rundown. Like, yeah, international signing period. When's it start? How much money the Pirates spend, and who are the players to look for here?
So the signing period starts Wednesday, the 15th. The Pirates are in the pool that they have. It's like a tad under 7 million they'll have to work with. At least that's according to Baseball America on it. They haven't been linked to too many of like the top guys. So kind of leads me to believe it's going to be one of those like volume classes to where like you'll probably get 20, 25 signings around there. I don't have anything that, confirmation, all that, but like if there's no names and all, and Baseball America does like their big board that goes by like signing bonus. It doesn't go by like actual overall talent. It goes like expected bonus and stuff like that. The Pirates do have one name on that board, and that's Johan De Los Santos, which is the brother of current Pirates prospects Yordan De Los Santos. I think that they said that the bonus is like a million and a half, something around there. Seems like an intriguing kid. Good speed. There's a report. There's someone that had a write up on him saying he was timed at like a just over 6 seconds, 60-yard dash, which like that puts him at like 70, 80 grade speed, at least when it comes to that. So good bat to ball skills. It kind of sounds like Rosati's favorite profile. A lot of contact, not much power. So Rosati will definitely love that in the system kind of thing. So
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of neat that it's the brother of someone who was already in the system, I mean, Yordani De Los Santos received a pretty hefty bonus himself. So it's probably someone that they're familiar with, because of their scouting that they had with Yordani. And I guess that you take it as a good sign that, like I said, a lot of this stuff is built on relationships. So I guess you take it as kind of a good sign that, hey, the De Los Santos family and everyone involved there likes the way the Pirates have handled Yordani so far. So it sounds like they're going to do the same thing with Johan as well. July 24th. God, these kids are born 2008, Murphy.
Yeah, that's 2 years after I graduated high school.
It's insane.
We're signing kids who were born in 2008. That just makes me seem so old.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Johan De Los Santos is the one name that Baseball America is showing that they project him as the 9th highest signing bonus, from what I'm reading here. But then on top of that, we talked about Sasaki a little bit. Unfortunately, it looks like the Pirates PowerPoint presentation is not going to work on Roki Sasaki.
Yeah.
So there's some fallout there because there was a guy who was committed to signing with the Dodgers who over the weekend basically flipped his commitment to the Pirates. And it looks like that is Darrell Morel. I don't know how you pronounce that. Darrell Morel. 6'5" left-handed hitting shortstop, if that sounds familiar to anybody. But he's apparently signing for $1.8 million. You can read about this on Bucs on Deck on the Substack, and you also have some exclusive video on the site there. So make sure everybody check that out. But what do we know about this kid and like the story behind it?
Well, so like obviously with the Sasaki thing, there's a lot of these international deals, they're made 2 to 3 years in advance and stuff like that, and so they have like verbal agreements and stuff like that. But obviously, to get someone like Sasaki, you're going to have to use your entire bonus pool. So some teams are going to have to kind of be like, well, we know we had this agreement, but like we're going for Sasaki, so we're not going to be able to do it. So that kind of frees up. And the interesting thing with that is because like there's these, back table deals and under the table deals and stuff like that for 2 to 3 years, some teams don't even like bother like scouting certain players because, like with like Johan De Los Santos, there's a good chance that like half the league hasn't even gone to a game to like check him out just because like, okay, well, he's signing with the Pirates. Let's use our resources elsewhere. So it creates an interesting opportunity to where like now there's like this scramble thing and stuff like that. And, by chance, maybe they were at a game that they were scouting someone else and maybe Morel was playing in that game and they just took a quick note and it's like, well, this guy's kind of interesting. Maybe if a trade like 5 years down the road or something, like a couple years, like with like the O'Neill Cruz trade, like, okay, well, we're going to make a trade with the Dodgers. So like, oh, there's that Dominican kid that we saw a couple years ago. Let's go ahead and throw him in here. Now all of a sudden he becomes available. There's a scramble. The few teams that probably had a chance to see him and liked him. And I think they said that like the bonus the Pirates are going to be giving is probably like double what the Dodgers were going to give him. And I don't think that's like a reflection like the Pirates, like maybe like it is more of a like there's probably like a scramble between a couple teams here and bidding. It's like, okay, well, and the Pirates obviously ended up with it, but you know how it is with the Dominican kids. There's not too much known there. The swing looked pretty good. He looked pretty smooth at playing shortstop. 6'5". That has to come with some like power potential there down the road kind of thing. So, I mean, the tools and the frame and all that looks good to something to watch down the road.
Yeah. I mean, you bring up the O'Neill Cruz and it's just funny because it just seems like the ties that O'Neill Cruz with this. I mean, it was the Dodgers that were signing him. That's who the Pirates got O'Neill Cruz from the Dodgers, 6'5", the shortstop. I mean, again, like there's not a whole lot known on him. I can't really see too much. He's not in like the top rankings anywhere. Yeah. But yeah, like it's just kind of interesting that, it's funny that the Pirates aren't going to get Sasaki. Obviously, it looks like that's going to be the case here. But how they're like still kind of reaping the benefits here. This is the guy that was, or I should say a kid. Yes, a child, basically, at this point. This was a kid that was going to go to the Dodgers system, and the Pirates were like able to pluck him away. So again, like that's kind of cool. And it's read that was going to be one of the Dodgers' top targets this period. So yeah, again, like it's kind of cool that the Pirates are able to land this person that the Dodgers looking to get into. The Dodgers do a very, very good job, internationally as well. So maybe there's some, hope and outlook on that. Of course, it's such a crapshoot with international signings, but this is a great way to build, your program. This is one of the way the Pirates used to. They haven't done so well lately. But yeah, again, kind of interesting. This is one that Dodgers are going to get, and the Pirates now have them.
Yeah,
I thought it was sorry about that. I thought it was interesting you mentioned the the signing bonus differential, because that was the one thing that stuck out to me. Was like he was going to sign for less than $1 million with the Dodgers. Apparently, he's going to sign for $1.8 million for the Pirates. So like this whole thing worked out for him from a monetary standpoint. And I guess I was a little confused as to like why the big difference, but you put it perfectly in that like this guy was probably committed to the Dodgers for over a year now, right? He settled on this money a long time ago, and now that he's kind of back on the market, he's able to negotiate a higher rate. And my guess would be if he's signing for $1.8 million with the Pirates, there were other teams who wanted him for some money too.
Yeah, and you think like if the Dodgers made the deal when like he's going to be like 15, 16 and 16 when he signs. If they made the deal with him when he was 12, 13, whatever like that, he's obviously grown physically and stuff like that. So now it's less. It's even like it's all projection at this point. You're guessing what, but now there's a little added built in. Okay, well we've seen how he's grown now since. Like he's made that agreement with the Dodgers and all that stuff. I can't imagine he was 6'5" whenever the Dodgers first looked at him and they kind of made the deal with him. So now all of a sudden there's a 6'5" left-handed hitting a shortstop. I mean, everyone's a shortstop down in the Dominican at that point. But like, okay, well he's available now. So like let's just try to throw some money at him. And I don't know how many teams were chasing after him. If it got to double the amount that he was originally going to sign for, I'd imagine it at least be a couple. But That would be interesting to see if that ever came out, to see if like anyone else was, and who else was kind of after him.
Yeah. I would imagine that you guys will be all over the international signing. So if for any Pirates fans out there who want to follow along, where's the best place to go to follow all the international signings on Wednesday and in the coming days?
Bucs on Deck Substack. We last year we had an international tracker. We tracked bonus amounts and any little bit of video or like scouting reports and stuff like that we are able to get our hands on. We'll update the tracker there with it. So pretty, I mean, like, Ethan contributes to the site as well. So like, he's great when it comes to numbers and getting that kind of stuff. So we were pretty good about getting like bonus amounts and everything like that. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. Kind of the calm before the storm for us at the site and whatnot.
Good stuff. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, Bucs on Deck Substack. There's a bunch of free articles on there, but you can get all the premium stuff too for as little as $4.16 a month, and you get all the Pirates access and news that you need. So,
yep,
highly recommend it.
I appreciate it, guys.
Okay. Well, that's all I got for you, Murphy. Unless you got anything else to add.
No, I mean, international period's just kind of more of like a reacting thing because it's kind of hard to get that kind of information and stuff like that. So we'll see. Like I said, it didn't seem like there's that many linked to like the high dollar people. So we'll probably see a bunch of like little signings too. And I believe like anyone who gets like a $10,000 bonus doesn't count to the pool amount. So like they could end up getting just a bunch of low number guys. And like even like someone like David Matoma was like a 10 to 20,000 guy. So you never know at that point. So
I felt like that was kind of like their MO way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's more recent that they've, handed out like top dollars internationally, top 10 amounts and stuff.
Yeah. They kind of go for like the sheer number amount. They, that the more people you get, like, see how many stick to the wall kind of thing. So,
yeah.